Hey scholars, I'm back. It's Miss G. This is assignment number 2 for your third grade PBL, the past and you. Today's video is going to go over assignment number 2, which is the informative text questions. So we're going to start again here at the third grade PBL on empowered learning at home. Again, the website is springisd.org/page with a capital P /6383. And we're focusing on assignment number 2, which is informative text questions. This assignment was due last week. If you haven't gotten a chance to submit it yet, that's fine. Just make sure you try to get it in before the end of the week. So remember, you can log into Schoology right here. Schoology is only for submitting your assignments. So you don't need to do anything here other than submit assignments and join Ms. Smith and Ms. Hollins and I for conferences Monday through Thursday, 9 and 1. So we're going to click on our project-based learning, PBL number 1, the past and you, and download it to your laptop or your iPad. And we're going to go to page 8 today. So in page 8, it says discover and connect. So we're going to look at this picture below. And it says, think about this. Identify people or events from the past is one way to learn about history and what it has to do with your life today. So when we think about change, we think about how things change over time, how it might change people, how events change people, and how it might change a community. So, for example, the first really devastating hurricane in Galveston Island, I believe in the late 1800s, early 1900s, wiped out the whole entire island. And so that is something that you could talk about as far as change is concerned. Okay. So we're looking at it in kind of a text structure of sequence, okay, time order. Okay, this happened first, then this, and then that. So that would be our text structure for that. So your assignment was to read this passage on Yankee Stadium, then and now. You'll see keywords that signal this is time order or sequence or even a compare and contrast type of text structure, how it's organized, okay? So when Yankee Stadium was built in 1923, it was an incredible sight. Even though it had 3 levels, so many people came to see it when it first opened that thousands had to be turned away. It was no surprise that this triple-decker was so popular. Babe Ruth, one of baseball's best players, played for the Yankees. It was because of Ruth that the stadium was built. The Yankees had previously shared a ballpark with the New York Giants. However, after Ruth joined the Yankees, fans were coming just to see Ruth play. The Giants then asked the Yankees to leave and told them to get their own stadium. Yankee Stadium has been renovated many times. New features have been added and old features have been torn down. In 1946, the stadium got lights. Now they could play games at night. In 1959, the country's first electronic message board was installed at the stadium. Eventually, the stadium had to be torn down. On August 16, 2006, construction on a new stadium began. Workers finished just in time for the 2009 Major League Baseball season. The Yankees must have liked their new stadium. That year, they won the World Series. Way to go. So that's a lot of information that starts with the being built in 1923, why it had to be built, so a cause and effect kind of relationship, because people were coming to see Babe Ruth, the New York Giants weren't so happy, so they decided to kick him out. And so they got their own stadium. And then over time, from 1946 until 2006 or 2009, changes happened. They got lights, they got a message board that lit up and had messages and things like that on there. And you could see information about the game. So read the text twice, as always, and then we'll go on to our next set of responsibilities, which is our questions. Now that you've read the text twice, because we always read text twice, we're going to answer 3 questions. The first question is, what is author's purpose? Oh my gosh, we've been talking about author's purpose all year long. And it gives you a hint right here in the title of the assignment. It says information text. So what is author's purpose? Well, I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I will share an anchor chart with you so you can remember what author's purpose is. All right, so if you remember, author's purpose is pied. Okay, so we have persuade. The author tries to convince the reader of something, like an article about how to help save an endangered animal. Inform. The author gives information about a topic, hint, hint, like a nonfiction book with animal facts. Explain. The author writes the steps the reader will follow, like directions on how to build a house or a birdhouse. Entertain. The author writes something the reader will enjoy. Or describe. The author uses some of the senses to tell about a topic. So 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. So get pied with this first question and figure out what the author's purpose is. I think you can handle it. The next question has to do with your personal experience relating to the assignment. What did you learn from the article? So start off with, I learned that, and then put in some information from the text that you learned, okay? So I learned that in 1946, the stadium got lights. This is important because, why is this important? Remember, justify your answer, because they could play night games. All right, so that's question 1 and question 2. Now, question 3 is, how is the information in the article organized? How does this organization help the reader understand the text? So when we talk about organization, we're talking about text structure. Okay, so let's take a look at text structure to jog our memories. So text structure is the way it's organized. The information is organized. Text features, remember, we have headings and subheadings. We have bold words and things like that. But text structure is telling us how the information is set up on the page. So is this a description? Is it describing something? Is it using words like for example or for instance? Sequence. Is this telling me the order of events? Does it have dates in order? Is it using finally, next, then, last? Compare and contrast. Is this explaining how things are alike and different? Is it using words like similar, both, different? Problem and solution. Is there a problem and then it gives you a way to solve it? Cause and effects. Is this explaining why something happened? Is it say because, therefore, as a result, due to? Now remember, each of these can be within a passage, but we're looking for the overall text structure of the whole entire thing. Okay? So think about that while you're answering those questions. All right, so those are those 3 questions that you have to answer. Again, you can submit this in Schoology 2 ways. If you have the paper packet, again, you can have your mom or dad take a picture of it using Genius Scan on their phone. You can find it in the Google Play App Store or the Apple App Store. And you take a picture of the work that you did and then send it to yourself as an email, or you can send it to me and I can upload it for you. Or you can type in your answers directly into Schoology. So if you answer the questions on the paper because you want to write it down, then you can go to Schoology and type in your answers. So remember, you can get to Schoology from here, your Spring ISD login, logging in right here. It'll take you right to Schoology. You'll go and then you'll log into your portal, then you'll click on the Schoology app icon and log into that using the same username and password. Then you'll click on Empowered Learning at Home. And you'll click on the 3rd grade assignment submission folder. And you'll click the folder one more time. And then since we already did research plan assignment number 1 in the last video, you'll do informative text questions in this submission. So you'll click on that. And then you'll click on submit assignment. And the same thing, if you took a picture of it and you want to upload it, you can do that here. Or if you want to type in your answers, you can type them in here. So question number 1, the author's purpose is to, and then I'm not going to tell you. And then the next question is, I learned from the article that, and then whatever you learned. And then the article is organized by, so is it description, is it sequence, compare and contrast, and then why is that important? This helps the reader because, so that's basically assignment number 2. Fill in those blanks basically based on that passage that we read about Yankee Stadium, and then you click submit. And there you go. That's assignment number 2, informative text questions. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Dojo. Have your parents send me a message on Dojo or a text message, or you can always reach me at email. Again, we have conferences Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're logged into Schoology, you just come over here, click on conferences, and you'll see the conferences available for that day. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out. You have a good evening, and I will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck on those first 2 assignments. Those of you who are getting caught up, try to get them done by the end of the week. Bye.